Hello everyone, we are going to read poem number 2 and the name of the poem is so big. Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, or you can say An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by Stephen Spender, very famous poet. He was an English poet as well as an essayist, and he left University College and after taking his degree, and he moved to and went to Berlin in 1930s. Later on he shows his interest in politics, and after that he started writing books. So once he started writing books, his poems got very famous, like some of the poems name is already given in your book also. So one of his very famous poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, we are going to read, in which we are going to read that why there is a lot of inequalities, class inequalities you can say, or social injustice, and what is the condition of these children who are in the slum. Slum is poor area, burdened by poverty, फाइन, झुग्गी झोपड़ी भी कहते हैं जिसे हम. तो वहां के बच्चों की कैसी एजुकेशन है, एलिमेंट्री स्कूल मीन्स टिल 5th और 6th ग्रेड तक के जो वो बच्चे हैं उनकी क्या एजुकेशन है, कैसे वो पढ़ते हैं, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू रीड. सो आई होप none of you have ever visited to any of the elementary school which is especially in the slum area, but today we are going to read some of the things that are very common in that area. वहाँ की बहुत सी कॉमन चीजें जो हम आज पढ़ेंगे. सो इन दिस पोम वी आर हैविंग 4 different stanzas, starting reading from the first stanza, and lots of word meanings you will find out in this, so keep writing the word meanings. Far far from gusty waves, gusty, very first word that you have found is gusty. Gusty waves is used, you can say breezy also, breezy waves. Instead of gusty waves we can say breezy waves. These children faces like rootless weeds. Weeds is unwanted plant. Weeds is unwanted plants. Okay, these all things we are doing of stanza 1. Okay, the hair torn around the pallor. Pallor is third word. Pallor is unhealthy, and you can say pale appearance. Pale appearance, pale word you have read in your previous poem also, Mother at 66. The tall girl with her way down hat, the paper seeming boy with red eyes. So here red eyes refer to red eyes. Red eyes here refers to greed, desire, wants. Okay. The stunted unlucky hair of twisted bones. So stunted is not fully grown. So many words meanings we are going to have. Stunted is not fully grown due to malnutrition. Okay, unlucky hair of the twisted bone, reciting the father's gnarled disease. So gnarled is twisted or noted. G is silent in this, not gnarled. We are going to read it's gnarled. So you can say noted or rough. Okay. His lesson from his desk at back of a dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young. His eyes live in a dream of squirrel games in a tree room. Other than this was the first stanza. Far far from gusty waves these children faces. Far far, we are going to do the literary devices also side by side. So far far, twice repeated, so repetition. Why it is done, why 2 times that far far is mentioned, to put a stress on the distance, that these children are very far away. Fine, from the breezy veins. Breezy veins is the fast or gusty winds, you can say, fast blowing winds, these children faces. So these children are very far. Which children? These slum children. They are very far from the civilized children. Okay. These children faces like rootless weeds. So these children faces are just like the unwanted faces. Means the society doesn't need them. They are the unwanted children. Fine. We are not going to get any benefit from them. They don't have any future. So children faces like rootless weeds is mentioned, means faces of children are mentioned to be as dull and no energy. Fine. These children faces like rootless weeds means first it is mentioned that gusty winds, or you can say breezy winds, is having a lot of energy in it. But these children faces are very far away from these gusty winds, means these children faces are very dull and having no energy. Okay. These children are compared with the rootless weeds, the unwanted plants. They are the unwanted people of our society. The hair torn round their pillar. Their hairs are not properly combed. Fine. So hair is not neatly done. Their hairs are not properly combed. Their hairs are completely torn down, scattered on their pale face, pallor, on their pale face. Now, in this stanza, the poet is going to mention some of the different children, and we are going to learn that. The very first child is a tall girl with her way down head. Her head is way down. Why there is lot of weight on her head? Because of the burden of poverty. Because she is so much in shame. Because of the tiredness. Fine. So this tall girl head is way down. The paper simming boy is thin like paper. Means malnutrition, not getting the enough nutritions. Paper simming boy means thin like paper with red eyes. This boy is having red eyes. This boy is having the greed and the desire. Okay. Next, the stunted, unlucky hire of the twisted bone. There is one boy also whose bones are twisted. And generally from our parents we get the property, we get the knowledge, we get the good education, we get a lot of facilities. But this unlucky child, he has got disease. He has got the gnarled disease, means his bones are not fully grown. He is not stunted, is not fully grown due to malnutrition. His bones are twisted. This disease he has got from his father. Instead of getting the proper education and the facility, he has got the disease from his father. This was the third boy. Okay. His lessons from his desk. This boy, this who's having this disease, he was doing the lessons from his desk. Okay. His eyes live in a dream. Oh, I missed one line. I'm sorry. At the back of a dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young, the fourth child. At the back of the dim class, there is not enough facility in that school. It is in the slum area. So this class is not having the proper lights even. So at the back there is some darkness and the poet is not able to see that child properly. So that is the reason it is mentioned at the back of a dim class, not having the proper lights. There is one unnoted, sweet and young boy. His lies are in the dream. This boy is having the dream in his eyes. This boy is not paying attention what is going on in the class. His eyes are lost in the squirrel game. He is having at least one dream in him. In the tree room, his eyes are lost of the squirrel game. He is thinking about the squirrel game that he is going to play in the tree room. Other than these all things that is happening in the class. This is our first stanza. Fine. So the word meanings I have already told you. One literary device is repetition, that I have told you, far to put the stress on the distance. Okay, simile is also here. Simile is used like children faces like rootless weeds. When this comparison is made, no, then simile word is used in this first stanza. First stanza simile is used when children faces were compared with weeds, unwanted plants. Okay. And metaphor is also used in this line. Where metaphor is used, the paper simming boy, thin like paper. Directly it is referred at this boy is just like paper simming boy. Fine. So metaphor is used. metaphor is used when it is mentioned paper seeming boy. Okay, what is the difference between simile and metaphor? Simile is when we make a comparison between two things but we use the word like, like, or we use the word as, yes. Metaphor is also the comparison between the two but we make a direct comparison. We do not use like or ass. Fine. So paper seeming boy. This stanza is clear. In this stanza the poet has mentioned us the condition of these children who are studying in this elementary school. So we are done with this stanza number 1. I'm going to rub this out and then we will move to our next stanza, stanza number 2. In totality, we are having 4 stanzas in this poem and lot of words we are going to study. So this is your stanza number 2 that we are going to do now. On sour cream walls, donation Shakespeare's had, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome, riding all cities, belt flowery, Taros Valley, one-handed map, awarding the world its world. And yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their world where all the future painted with a fog, the narrow street sealed in with a lead sky, far, far from rivers, capes and stars of words. So there are so many words now we are going to do. So the first is sour. Sour meaning hair is of white. Fine, or you can say creamish also, creamish. Fine. Second word that we have read here is dawn is very easy word. I know my students are familiar with this word. Dawn is your early morning, early morning. Fine. Third is civilized dome. Okay. Civilized dome here is something that you need to understand. Civilized dome. Fine. When we look at the rising sun, here it refers to be as rising sun that you are seeing in the horizon. Let me do the drawing for this. Suppose this is the horizon and you are seeing the rising sun. So it is looking like dome. कैसा दिख रहा है ये? डोम की तरह दिख रहा है. ठीक है. कॉर्नर दूर अगर हम देखते हैं हॉरिजन पे तो हमारे को सूरज जो उगता हुआ दिखता है, दिस इज सन. तो जो सन हमें उगता हुआ दिखता है, राइज होता हुआ दिखता है डोम की तरह. ठीक है. सिविलाइज्ड डोम. Any other word is valley is mentioned. One valley is mentioned, that is the name of the valley is Taurus Valley, and this is the ice free. It is very beautiful valley having a lot of flowers in it. It is beautiful ice free valley in Austria. Very beautiful valley in Austria. Okay, and anything else which is mentioned? Donation meaning I will tell you. Sealed word is here. S-E-A-L-E-D. Sealed is shut. Sealed is shut, or you can say logged. Fine. Okay, these are the words. Let me do the explanation. On sour cream walls, now we have entered in the classroom. अब हम classroom के अंदर की बात कर रहे हैं कि classroom कैसी दिखती है. On sour cream walls, the walls of the classroom is of white color. Fine. Sour cream walls is mentioned over here. Means recently it is not painted. It is not into good condition. Fine. पहले पैराग्राफ में हमें ये भी बताया गया था लाइट अच्छे से नहीं है. Now we have come to know that it is sour cream wall. Donations. Donation here refer to in that classroom on the walls there are different charts. On these charts are the things that these school people have got in charity. चैरिटी के तौर पे जो लोग उनको चार्ट्स, मॉडल्स वगैरह ये सब मॉडल्स वगैरह देकर गए थे वो सारा उस क्लास में लगा हुआ है. इसी क्लास में और आपको क्या मिलता है? What we can find, there is one Shakespeare hat. There is one Shakespeare hat also in one of the picture. there is one picture of the one of the valley, very beautiful valley. In that you can see, in that valley you can see what? You can see the flowers, you can see the bells, you can see different valleys, and there is one map also where you can see the cities, where you can see in that one of the painting you can see the civilized dome, the sun, rising sun and all. So these things are there. Open-handed map is there, the map that you can open-handed map is there, and these all things telling the children that this is the world which is outside the slum area. But is it enough to show them these things? No, it is not enough. They can't never reach to this world. Okay, and yet for these children, yes, हाँ, इन बच्चों के लिए these windows, जो ये क्लासरूम की विंडोज है, वो ही उनका मैप बन सकती है. ये जो क्लास के अंदर वर्ल्ड मैप वगैरह लगा रखा है उसका कोई उनके लिए यूज नहीं है. अपने क्लासरूम की विंडो से वो जितनी दूर तक देख सकते हैं उतना ही एरिया उनका वर्ल्ड है. These windows, not these map, their world. ये मैप उनका वर्ल्ड नहीं है, ये विंडोज उनका वर्ल्ड है. Where all the future painted with a fog. और वो भी जानते हैं कि उनका पूरा फ्यूचर जो है किससे पेंट है? फॉग से. फॉग here refers to the future is not clear. Okay, फ्यूचर उनका क्लियर नहीं है. A narrow street. Narrow street is comparison made here. Metaphor is used. Narrow street. Narrow street, everyone. It is the metaphor used here. Here is the comparison is made by using the word narrow street to their future. Find the children future. So a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. This future, their future is completely locked. It is sealed with the darkness. Lead sky is means their sky is completely dark. Future is not clear what they are going to get. Far, far, again far, far, repetition is used, another literary device. Far, far, your repetition is used, fine. And their world is very far from these river, from the caves, from the star of words, from this literature, from their studying, from their education, from their development. Their world is completely far from this true world. Clear? This is the end of your second stanza. Now we are moving to the third stanza, that is second last stanza. So in this second last stanza, we are going to read something more, that what has happened. I know this poem is taking a little more time, but this poem is very important to understand. Let's move on to the next one. Surely Shakespeare is wicked. Here you can say wicked is naughty, or you can say evil. Surely Shakespeare as well as the map, both are the very bad example given in the class. What is the use of Shakespeare head? Shakespeare is considered to be the king of literature. Fine. What is the use of having this Shakespeare picture in the class? Whether this when the students are not getting the enough education. And the map is also a bad example to be presented in this class, because in the map what is shown? Ships are there, sun are there, with ships and sun and the love. These all things are so tempting. Fine, they want to persuade this thing, they want to steal this thing. Fine, these things attract these children. For lives that slowly turn in their crammed holes. Crammed holes is mentioned, metaphor is used. Crammed holes. Crammed holes refer to their homes. Okay, metaphor is used. So what is mentioned that because their life is just strictly, very trickly, their lives has been put, काफी चालाकी से उनकी जिंदगी को जो है छोटे से गड्ढे में डाल दिया गया, क्रैम्ड होल्स में डाल दिया गया. यही गड्ढा उनका घर है. ठीक है, यही होल उनका घर है. बिकॉज उनकी लाइफ किस में बदल चुकी है? एक स्मॉल कन्फाइड प्लेस में. फ्रॉम फॉग टू एंडलेस नाइट, उनकी लाइफ कैसे शुरू होती है? धुंधले से, फॉग से शुरू होती है, टू एंडलेस नाइट, एंड दे आर गोइंग टू लीव देयर लाइफ लाइक दिस ओनली ऑन देयर slag heaps. Now what he is mentioning? He is mentioning to us a new child. On their slag heap, what he saw? He saw a child who was sitting on the slag, he was sitting on the heap of garbage, गंद के ढेर पे वो बैठा हुआ था. These children, ये जो बच्चे हैं जिनको वो आजकल देखता है, these children wear skin. ऐसा लगता है उन्होंने क्लॉथ्स वेयर नहीं करे हैं, ऐसा लगता है उन्होंने स्किन वेयर करी है. क्यों ऐसा लगता है? वियर स्किन पेप्ड थ्रू बाय बोन्स, क्योंकि उनकी मालन्यूट्रिशन इतना ज्यादा है उनका मालन्यूट्रिशन इतना ज्यादा हो गया है कि उनकी बोन्स जो हैं उनकी स्किन में से झांकती हैं, पीक करती हैं. फाइन, तो ऐसा लगता है उन्होंने कपड़े नहीं पहने हैं, ऐसा लगता है उन्होंने खाल ही पहन ली है, स्किन ही वेयर कर ली है. स्किन पेप्ड थ्रू बाय बोन्स and spectacles of stills with bended glasses, and some of them are wearing the spectacles also. Again comparison is made. उनके जो spectacles हैं उनके कांच में भी, उसके ग्लास में भी दरारें हैं, ठीक है, मैंडेड है, उसको सही करने की जरूरत है. ऐसे ग्लासेस हैं जैसे कि आप किसी बॉटल को, सिमिली है, लाइक बॉटल इज यूज, नो, लाइक बॉटल्स, सो सिमिली यूज हुई है इसके अंदर. फाइन, उनके स्पेक्टिकल्स को, उनकी ग्लासेस को कंपेयर करा गया ऐसे जैसे कि एक बॉटल को आपने स्टोन पे तोड़ दिया हो और वो उसका जो ग्लास है वो बिखर सा गया है. ऑल ऑफ देयर टाइम इन स्पेस आर फॉगी स्लम. पूरी उनकी जो लाइफ है, पूरा जो उनका एरिया है वो फेंटेड है, वो फॉगी है, वो क्लियर नहीं है. सो ब्लॉट देयर मैप्स. सो प्लीज उनके मैप्स को यहां से हटा दो. विथ स्लम एज बिग एज डूम, बिकॉज उनका जो ये स्लम है वो ही डूम है. स्लम जो है वो ही उनका डूम है, वो ही उनके लिए डिजास्टर है, वहीं पे उनका एंड होना है, वो कभी भी इससे बाहर नहीं आएंगे. दिस इज द एंड ऑफ योर थर्ड स्टेंजा. नाउ वी आर मूविंग टू द लास्ट स्टेंजा. ऑल थ्री स्टेंजास वर मेंशन्ड टू बी सो नेगेटिव. फोर्थ स्टेंजा इज गोइंग टू बी लिटिल पॉजिटिव. अनलेस गवर्नर, इंस्पेक्टर, विजिटर्स, जब तक, टिल द टाइम दीज थ्री, गवर्नर, इंस्पेक्टर और विजिटर्स, कोई करेक्शन, कोई इंप्रूवमेंट नहीं करेंगे, ये बच्चे नहीं जी सकते. दिस मैप बिकम्स देयर विंडोज. जब तक ये तीन लोग इनकी मदद नहीं करेंगे तब तक ये जो मैप है उनकी विंडो नहीं बनेगा. एंड दीज विंडोज दैट शट अपॉन देयर लाइव्स लाइक कैटाकॉम्ब. और जल्द ही क्या होगा? सून व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन? दीज विंडोज आर गोइंग टू गेट शट and their elementary school, their slum area is going to become their graveyard soon and they are going to die there only. वो कभी भी उससे बाहर नहीं निकल पाएंगे अगर जल्द ही उनकी मदद नहीं करी गई. So Cattagorm, this is your stanza 4. Fine. So the first word that we are reading is catacombs. Catacombs is symmetry. T-E-R-Y, symmetry, or you can say tombs. So if these people, governor, inspector and visitors are not going to help them out, then surely their windows will get shut and their slum will become their cemetery. They are going to die there. So that is the reason the poet is saying, break or break, तोड़ो इसे, open it, open करो इस एरिया को. Fine, they break the town. इस एरिया को ओपन करो, उनको और आजादी दो, उनको फ्रीडम दो, उनको सिविलाइज बनाओ, उनको एजुकेशन दो, उससे पहले कि ये सब मरकर इस सोसाइटी को ही मार दें, ये फीलिंग, ये ह्यूमैनिटीज ही खत्म हो जाए. एंड हाउ द चिल्ड्रन टू ग्रीन फील्ड. और अगर आप उन्हें बाहर आने दोगे तो क्या करेंगे? वो भी ग्रीन फील्ड में बच्चे घूमेंगे. मेक देयर वर्ल्ड रन अजर. और वो भी जो है समुद्र के पास गोल्डन सैंड पे नंगे पांव इधर उधर भागते दिखेंगे, पंछियों की तरह उड़ते दिखेंगे. और उनकी भी टंग को, नंबर ऑफ बुक्स को पढ़ने दो, उन्हें भी परमिशन दो कि वो भी बहुत कुछ पढ़ सकें, बहुत कुछ गेन कर सकें. और हाँ, जब हम ऐसा करेंगे तो जल्द ही व्हाइट एंड ग्रीन हेयर रेफर टू देयर एक्सपीरियंस, रेफर टू नेचर. जल्द ही आगे जाकर हम भी हिस्ट्री की किताबों में कहीं उनके बारे में पढ़ेंगे. एंड व्हाइट एंड ग्रीन लीव्स ओपन हिस्ट्री, देयर लैंग्वेज इज द सन. और उनकी जो लैंग्वेज होगी, जिस तरीके से उन्हें रिफ्लेक्ट किया जाएगा, वो बहुत राइजिंग होगी, बहुत शाइनिंग होगी, just like that of a sun. This is the end of your poem, everyone. Very interesting, very nice poem it is. Please go through it properly. Do all the MCQ as well as there are some MCQ already present. Given 5 different MCQs are given in the poem. After that, there are some questions also. Lot of literary devices used in this poem. Not only the one that I have told you. You can find number of by or and also. Do revision of that. If you're going to do thorough reading of this poem, soon it will be like you can do it very easily. Thank you everyone.